Hello there kids, welcome to the Dill Learning Channel. Today we are going to be doing a brainstorming activity. We are going to fill in a thinking map about rainbows. Our topic is rainbows. Now if you don't know, before you actually write sentences or draw your picture, you will brainstorm before you actually go in or dive into the writing piece, the actual sentence structure piece. And even before brainstorming, you should do a research about rainbows. So that means watching videos, that could be reading books about rainbows, and gathering your thoughts and ideas so that you can write them down in what we call a thinking map, which is what you're looking at right now. So the great thing about this thinking map, it is kind of like a flow map. And I like to write numbers next to each one. So this oval would be number 1. This oval would be number 2. This square would be number 3. And this oval will be number 4. That way you know when you begin your writing piece what you're supposed to write first, what you're supposed to write second, what you're supposed to write third, and what you're supposed to write last to close your sentence. Well, we have, meaning the class and I have been researching rainbows, learning about how rainbows develop and are created in the sky, and we've learned a lot. Okay, so we are going to actually take those thoughts and that research and put them on paper, or in this case, on a thinking map. So the very first thing in the thinking map, you would write your topic, and our topic is rainbows. So go ahead and get a piece of paper. You can do this with me and write a big giant oval and write the word rainbows in them. Rainbows, because our topic, our discussion is rainbows. Since our topic is the first thing we are going to write on our paper, we will make that R a capital. So go ahead and write capital R in the remainder of the word. Great job. Now our second oval will have our connecting words or our connecting verbs. That's what I would like to call it. To help you write better or be a master at writing, there are a number of connecting words that you can put in this oval, but because we are focusing on 2 or 3 sentences, I would like to only write in a couple of connecting words. Some people call them connecting verbs. Now, here's the great thing to help you write as well, to stay on track, is the connecting verbs are in different colors. That means once you get to box number 3, you will write your thoughts that match that color coding of that word, and I will show you in a few minutes. So I'm very excited to get started. You should have already written rainbows, and now we're in oval number 2, and you can go ahead and write R and have. And we are going to start structuring our sentence and putting our thoughts together. And right here should be your thought box. Now, I usually use clouds. So it would be a cloud here, a cloud here, a cloud here, and a cloud here. But because of the software, they did not have clouds, so I'm using shapes. So in number 3 should be empty, because that is where you're going to be putting your thoughts. I like to only write a minimum of 1 to maybe 2 or 3 words in our thought cloud when we're talking about rainbows or our topic. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes it's easier just to put 1 word, and then you can go on your paper and structure your sentence by using a word wall or your word dictionary that you may have created in class. You don't want to cluster up your thinking square. You don't want to have a bunch of words on here, because the point is for you to be able to write sentences independently on your own, also using blending. So it's easier if it's nice and clean. So let's go ahead and talk about rainbows. We learned a lot of things about rainbows. We learned that rainbows are different colors. We've learned that rainbows or in the sky. We're just doing simple sentences. We know that rainbows come after there's a rain or during rain. And we know that raindrops act as a prism so that you can see those colors in the sky. So let's start with R. Let's start with the connecting word R. And we say it out loud so that we can really make our thoughts come to life. Rainbows are... What are rainbows? Think about that. When you go and research rainbows, or just before even researching a rainbow, what do you know about a rainbow? Well, we know many of the kids, before we even watch the video, I pose that question to them. What do you know about a rainbow? Okay, so rainbows are, and we're going to write rainbows are in the sky. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to write sky. Sky. Rainbows are in the sky. Rainbows are in the sky. And in is a sight word. The is a sight word. So you can use your word wall, or sometimes kids memorize how to spell them when they're learning their sight words, or you can blend it out. So rainbows are in the sky. So remember, we're not putting every word in this thought box. So that means when you write your sentence, you have to remember to write in the sky. So rainbows are in the sky. The thought cloud just is a clue, is a reminder to let you know what you're writing for that particular sentence. And we know we end the sentence with number 4, the period. Okay, so let's move on to have. Rainbows have. So let's pose a new question. What do rainbows have? What do rainbows have? What do rainbows have? And when I asked that question, some of the kids said, rainbows have different colors. Rainbows have different colors. So we are going to write colors. And if you notice, I'm just writing one word and it matches the same color as have. Rainbows have different colors. That means you would have to write the word different. And a lot of kids would sound that out, blend that out. You would blend it out different. Every sound that you hear, you would try to write out with blending. Or if you guys did a pre-dictionary, sometimes that word might be on there, and you can look on your pre-dictionary or primary dictionary wall or paper. So we have created 2 sentences. And this is all we're doing. This whole video is to teach you how to do a thinking map. Whether you're a parent or a child, you will know how to fill in your thinking map. And at this age, you always have an adult helping to guide you. So it's mainly for the adults to see, how do we do this thinking map, and how do I help guide my child or my student into writing clear and concise sentences that are awesome. So we see here, color coding is a very important thing to do with your thinking map, because then you'll know which word goes with which connecting verb. So let's go ahead, and what were our 2 fabulous sentences that we thought about? Rainbows are in the sky. Rainbows have different colors. So that's what you would write on your paper. Now for more advanced writers, you would use a pronoun and you would say they also, and I kind of like put also on the side. You could say they also come when there's rain. They also are beautiful. Whatever you would like to write, or you can even say raindrops come or act as a prism. You can add another sentence after you have already written your topic. So there's lots of things you could do with writing for the more advanced writers. But to keep it simple, to make sure that you really understand how to write, you would just write a couple of sentences. Then you would also be able to tell your opinion with because. So a lot of times at this stage, you should also be able to say, I like rainbows because they're fun to look at. Okay, so we're going to write the word because on the side. These are just side words that I add. For the more advanced writers, you tell your opinion at the very end. And sometimes I would have an oval here. Or I like rainbows because they make me feel wonderful inside. Whatever your thoughts are of what you would want to write, telling your opinion. If you're a simplified writer, you just say, I like rainbows. Period. I like rainbows. Or I do not like rainbows. So you can do it that way as well. So until next time, I hope this helped you. Please remember to go to our website and give us feedback. Go ahead to our website and share your thoughts if you enjoy the videos, or if you would like us to make a particular video, under our contact information, and go ahead and email right on our webpage. Until next time, goodbye. Remember to share with your friends about the Deal Learning Channel.